takes. And the first couple months of my business, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to read. I don't need to better myself. I don't need to all this. No, that's a big fat lie, okay? We all need to better ourselves, and the only way to do that is to make time to read a book, make time to listen to an audiobook, make time to hop on these calls, make time to, listen to a podcast. It matters, all right? So that's basically my topic today. 100% my best advice to you is every day intentionally grow, okay? Because personal development is the key to our foundation. It is the key to the business because it's typically the missing link, all right? Is knowing how far, knowing how to grow. It's going to come from people who have already done it before you. Having that positive mindset is not going to come overnight, all right? You have to develop yourself every day and stop assuming that you'll just get better because you won't. You won't. This will not work. Your fitness journey, your business journey, your life journey, your parenting journey, your financial journey, your faith journey, nothing will ever get better if you do not have intention to grow. Okay, so maybe that's the missing piece right now. Maybe you are the wisher, the hoper, the person who thinks that it's just going to get better if you just invite and you just do your workout, but you're just going through the motions. Nothing will get better if that is your plan. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan sitting here right now? And you might, in your head or saying out loud, talking to me, saying, yes, I have a plan, and then you just fill the air with words. That was me. I used to just say, well, here's my plan. I'm working really hard, and I invited this many people today, and I did this, and I did that. I had no plan. I had no plan. I was just trying to talk myself into and convince myself that I had a plan, but I didn't, okay? So, words that changed me while I was developing my plan after I gave myself that gut check and I was like, no, I'm not growing because I'm not doing personal development, that growth is not automatic. The only thing automatic in this life is that we are all going to pay taxes and die. That is the only automatic thing that we know 100% in our life that is what is going to happen, right? And so whenever I hear, and I've been guilty, but whenever I hear coaches, challengers, people in general say, I hope I lose the weight. I hope, I wish I could hit Success Club. I hope that I have success. I hope that my business grows. I hope that I can hit my goals. There is no hoping. There's no hoping. It's only strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You have to have a plan of action in order to move forward in any area of life. But today we're focusing on the business because this is phase one. This is where you are probably still overly consumed with information and resources, and that's why today this is your assignment, is to listen to this video and to know that the only way to build a successful business and to have that solid foundation is to do your vital behaviors with intention. Have your plan, your goal, what you're doing laid out in front of you. That's the only way to move forward, all right? Because every day you're either preparing or you're repairing. Ask yourself, what are you doing today? Are you preparing for the day? Are you excited to, move your life forward? Or are you repairing because you procrastinated yesterday, you didn't do your to-do list, you didn't do your invites, you didn't do social media posts, you didn't do your workout, you didn't drink a shake, you didn't eat healthy? Or are you preparing because you're like, hell yeah, I kicked butt yesterday, I've been consistent, I've been doing this, and here we go, I am preparing for today. Which are you doing today, okay? So, little gut check there, but it's just that intentionality that I want you guys to have. And then I want you to ask yourself two questions, all right? Number one, what is your personal growth plan now? What are you preparing for? You know, every one of you should have Success Club on your list for your business goals. That is our non-negotiable. That means that you're bringing customers in. That means you're going to get commissions. That means you have challengers to go into a challenge group. You have people to help get results with the same strategy as you came, because sorry, I was interrupted. Because it's the same strategy that you came into this with. It's the same plan of attack with your challenge pack, with your nutrition, with everything that you have at your fingertips. You have to provide people with that exact same service because you know that it works, okay? So what is your personal growth plan? Success Club is ultimately, and sticking to your own health and fitness goals this month, that is your ultimate everything for your business in your first month, all right? Seems simple. It's extremely simple, right? It's just matter of you have to do it. It's not easy, it's simple. There's a difference, all right? And then the second question is, what is your plan to grow a business, to grow your team, and to make them better tomorrow? Make your team. You're never going to have someone join your team. You're never going to have someone join your challenge group who is ultimately better than you, okay? The law of reflection. You have to look into the mirror. You have to see the value in yourself before anyone else will ever see value in you. So what are you doing to see yourself as a 10? Rate yourself today. Are you looking at yourself and do you think that you are a 10, that you are perfect in every single area? Or are you rating yourself saying that you're like a 3 or a 4, room for improvement? You're never going to get anyone to join you who is at a higher level than you. That's where the growth is going to come from. That's where intention is going to come from. By you saying, I am going to read, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow every single day, to expand that lid. Right now you're in, there's always a lid. Break the glass ceiling so you can move to where you want to be, all right? So, those two questions were, what is your personal growth plan now? And what is your plan to grow your business, your team, and to make them better tomorrow? Okay, think about that. And then, something, my advice, I gave you my best advice that every day you need to intentionally grow and have that perseverance. But, something that I did by month 2, I'll say, of my business that changed my whole perspective is I stopped asking how long it's going to take, and I started to say and ask myself, how far can I go? Okay, so stop saying how long is it going to take. It's going to take a freaking lifetime. My personal development that I listened to this morning was John Maxwell. He's 70 years old. He's like, I started this when I was a teen. He's like, I'm 70. Like, I'm old. He's like, I never stop learning. I never stop growing every single day. How far can I go? He still has a long ways to go. We all still have a long way to go. Every day we get to go further. There's never in 2 months you're going to be where you want to be. It's not like that. Even our fitness journey, I'm 4 years in. We're constantly changing. It's just that growth. We always move forward. Okay, and last but not least, you have to give up to go up, okay? And what does that mean? It means you have to give up something before you can ever grow in another area. I gave up TV so I could do my personal development, so I could get on Monday night calls, so I could listen to playback, so I could do my personal development, so I could do my invites, so I could do my workouts if I missed it in the morning. In the beginning, I gave up TV. I gave up sleep. I was not a morning person. I'm still not fond of the 4:45 alarm ringing and getting my butt out of bed by 5. But I have more of an intention to grow where I want to succeed, so I do that. I exchange my time, my sleep, so I can have more time with my family, so I'm not taking away family time when they're awake. And that's what I've done since I started this on day 1. Okay, that's why the morning workout routine started at 5 a.m. because I knew my kids were going to be up by 6:30. I had to get my workout done. My fingers had to type as fast as I could to get at least 3 to 5 invites sent out before they woke up. I had to check into my challenge groups. I had to continue my business, that consistency. That's what I gave up. And now I give up more things as I grow as a leader because I want to grow. I am reading my way to the top, is what we say all the time. My library is stacked. There's not a day that goes by that I don't do personal development. All right, so you have to give up to go up. And know that everything that we are giving you, it is uphill. We want you to know that it's all uphill. It's not easy, but it's simple. Simple steps, right? So it's the consistency that compounds over time. So, you're not going to get that instant gratification with this business, with fitness, with health, with anything. There's no such thing. And I think that's the beauty. I know that's the beauty of what it is that we do as coaches with Team Beachbody and everything, is that we are not out there flashing these shiny lights and saying, sign up today, get this tomorrow, because it's not real life. Anything worth having in life takes hard work, not takes lots of wishing. All right, so this business is so gratifying and so incredible because it's a lifetime of growth that we get to do for ourselves, and it's that consistency. So I'm sorry, but you're not going to be rewarded or given a big old trophy for showing up for 3 days. It's not how anything works in life. I don't even treat my kids that way. They're not going to get their allowance because they made their bed for 1 day, right? So whenever I see that, people who come in, and I see people, it's daily. People, you guys, unfortunately, some of you in this group will not be in phase 2. It's just the logistics of it. Some people don't want to do the work. So the consistency behind it, you'll be rewarded for hitting Success Club by, the end of every month, within every month, because your consistency of showing up every single day will compound. Your consistency of doing your invites every day, not being freaking scared to talk to people through social media, or when you're out doing some grocery shopping or picking up the phone to call a friend, your consistency of working is going to pay off. So your reward, that shiny trophy, your little fun, a present at the end, there's always a Success Club reward every month, is you helped 3 people minimum, right? That's the reward. And then it's going to continue to grow because you're going to hit Success Club. You're going to recruit a team. You're going to grow with intention. So it's going to be this incredible journey that you'll get to look back on and say, man, Val and Jen and Kelsey and my coaches and the coaches who have done it before me, they were right. You have to show up on social media 3 to 5 times a day. When you're consistent and you're doing that, and people know that they can see a post at 6 to 7 a.m. on your page, that they can see a post at noon on your page, that they can see a post at 4 or 5 on your page, and they can see a post at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night on your page every freaking day, whether you're sick, whether you feel like it, whether you have a phone glitch and you find somebody else, you go to your computer, it doesn't matter. The consistency, I want you to be predictably consistent. And I don't want to hear, I don't know what to post, I don't know. No, none of us do, or none of us ultimately did, and there's still those mind block days. But when you do your personal development, guess what? You have things to talk about, and you have things that you want to share, and you learn more about yourself, and you learn what you want to portray. You learn who you want to be. You find who you are, all right? So, there's not an instant gratification, but it is freaking worth every single step uphill, okay? And even now, 4 years in, every day I'm working. I like to go uphill. I don't want anything to be easy, because with this business, when you're in your comfort zone, it's a scary place. Okay, so remember that. You need to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. So every day I do something that, scares me a little bit, and I have for 4 years, even if it's sending that message to that person that you're nervous to talk to, or if it's, putting out there something vulnerable on social media, because I did that today. I talked about how hard my workout was and that I cried through it. Do you think that I like to admit that I'm a failure in my own sense of the word for today with my own personal workout journey? This is hard. I talk about our financial burdens that we've been through for the last 4+ years. Guys, that was hard, right? Nobody wants to talk about that they're broke and all of the details. I've talked about my thyroid problems. I've talked about deployments and my marriage that was broken and, how we fixed it. These are all things that people will relate to you about. So if you're just putting out there about fitness and working out and your sweaty selfies and,